Trump is finding out the hard way that many of the allies are not with him. In fact, they have been definitely silent since this whole thing happened. Usually, if somebody is your ally, they will come out right away and show their support for you. And that has not happened, and not to mention, a lot of American people are not getting behind him on this, especially the thought of war and the draft is turning a lot of people off. So, ladies and gentlemen, this came out in foreignpolicy.com, January 14th, 2020. Nervous U.S. allies brace for Iran fallout. And you can best believe it's coming. Caught off guard by U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to order the killing of the most powerful Iranian general, the United States' longtime Gulf and European allies are eyeing Washington nervously and bracing for further retaliation from Tehran. You can best believe it's coming. The strike on Qasem Soleimani, the commander of Iran's elite Quad force, was an unexpected blow to Tehran after months of a muted U.S. response to the regime's increased aggressiveness across the region. It seems to have demonstrated that the United States was serious about enforcing the president's red line, the death of an American. But it also caught close U.S. allies in the Middle East and Europe flat-footed, and despite an apparent de-escalation in wake of a token Iranian missile attack on January 8th, has sparked fears of an uptick in violence that would be primarily felt in their backyards. Trump's unpredictable behavior and inflammatory rhetoric have these nations worried that while the U.S. president will respond forcefully when American lives are at stake, he may not have their backs if the regional interests are threatened. But who is this American? We still don't even know if this contractor even exists that they claim they killed the general over. Who, it's been a few weeks now. Who is this contractor? I have doubts about this. And if he does exist, why are they withholding the name? Trump, for instance, declined to respond after Iran allegedly struck key Saudi oil facilities last September. A surprisingly subdued response from an administration that has said protecting Saudi Arabia is a policy priority. Yeah, oil, y'all. Okay, oil. They don't seem too inclined to support those countries that don't have very much resources. On the one hand, they are happy that Trump is willing to sanction and pressure and take Iran down a notch. No, the only one really happy about that is Israel. They're the only ones that seem to support the U.S. All right, they are nervous that he is unsteady and goes too far. So this is what many in the Middle East feel, and I'm sure Europe too. No one really knows what Trump will do, although there is no love lost for Soleimani. Well, that's not the way that funeral looked. That was a huge, huge crowd that came out for him. So I don't know. Okay, this clears it all up. The guy's name, that's the alleged expert, he's Goldenberg. Okay, so we know what he means when he says there's no love loss. No, there's no love loss among people like him. But those Iranians came out strong for those 3 days of Soleimani's funeral. So I don't agree with you on that. Obviously, the people in that region did care about this man because they came out in huge, huge crowds for him. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, there was the claim recently by, you know, what's his name, Mike Espy, that Soleimani was targeting 4 embassies, which I still don't believe, y'all. I don't believe. And they're refusing to show the intelligence. You know why? Because that intelligence don't exist. Okay. And, it's that usual, oh, you're just going to have to go on our word. Well, that ain't going to fly no more. Okay, those days of giving your word and that's supposed to be good enough, that is no good anymore. A lot of people are hip to that mess. It just doesn't work anymore. And this is what Trump is trying to go on. I said so, and that should be good enough. Well, no, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. And ladies and gentlemen, Europe is not going to give up one single soldier to support the US in the Middle East if something pops off with Iran. You don't see them offering anybody to go over there and help now. The US is literally on their own. I mean, I know Israel jumped on the side of Trump, but you don't even hear nothing about Israel sending people in there. So the US really, when you say go it alone, this is exactly what's happening right now. The US is literally on their own with Iran, the way it stands right now. They're on their own. Nobody's going to join in and sacrifice the life of their soldiers because of Trump. They don't see it as worth it. This is why none of them are speaking up. Boy, I mean, it was bad enough that he was being mocked by the Europeans. And there's, by the way, a video of Assad and Putin talking about Trump and laughing that just surfaced about a day ago. I mean, this man is a joke to everybody on the planet. And when I was talking about how he represents the US, some of y'all were very fast to come over and say, no, it's not America, it's Trump. No, you can't separate Trump from America because he's the president. And as president, he represents the country. So all of you that came over and tried to write that bullshit, you're all wrong. Your president represents your country. So if Trump looks bad, the US looks bad too. You elected this man, the very person that everybody is laughing at. There's no separating it. So stop trying. So, ladies and gentlemen, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.